Alright guys, this is my rig. I've been using it for the majority of this year. Gonna go over what I like about it, what I love about it, and what I would change. The first thing we'll start out with is definitely what I would change. Thought it was cool to get a longer one, right? So I got a 16 foot. Dude, it's a bit too long. It's a bit too long. You know, sometimes when you're doing residential especially, you'll block a couple driveways. But it's been okay overall. If you remember at the beginning of the year, I had to get another trailer because South Carolina roads are ridiculous and the potholes totally bent my axle. Now, that was a single axle, so now I have a tandem axle, which is a good thing. But we're gonna, other than that, talking about what I like, what I love, and what I would change. I'm gonna give you a rundown of the equipment that's on it, just roughly, and what everything does, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. There's really no good way to go about showing you everything, so we're kind of just gonna start with the machines and then go from there. So this is a 5.5 gallon a minute machine, Honda GX630 engine with an HP pump. Try to put some video in right here, and it is also heated. Have the ability to run hot water. Now, hot water is really good on commercial stuff like that, and yes, I've used it on some residential, um, but the majority of the time it's really not needed. It's kind of like when you wash your dishes, you can wash them in cold water, but you use warm or hot water, it definitely helps. We'll move over to the other machine and I can kind of explain to you. No, 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 no. Yes, I am moving around a tripod. I don't have a videographer, man. This one is a 4 gallon a minute machine with a Honda engine as well. It is a GX390. It has an AR pump. I can use each of these machines separate, or Jesus, that is loud, dude. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I can use them separate, or I can Siamese them both together and use them at the same time, which accounts for a total of 9.5 gallons a minute, which comes in very handy on concrete. It is very, very helpful. All right, so let's walk you around here. All right, so we're probably just gonna go back this way, then I'll go from here, right? So this is my SH tank, literally like the barrel that it comes in, right? It's 55 gallons. Usually I have a bit more in there, but I've been washing. So yeah, this is one of my surface cleaners. It is a 20-inch VE whirl away. I actually like it, but it's pretty heavy. It's stainless, pretty heavy. Let's go over here. Oh, duh. 275-gallon water tank. This is the Whisper Wash big guy, and God, I feel like you can't see me. I'm gonna move you back. And to be honest with you, the big guy, right? It's worked well, but I don't know, man. I like stuff with casters because you can kind of maneuver it around a whole lot easier. But it's okay. It's okay. But again, when I first started and I was getting into stuff, I thought, the bigger the better. It looks so cool. Really, it doesn't matter. If you have high gallons per minute, you could still get a smaller surface cleaner and throw some weights on it, and that thing will float. All right, let's walk you over here to this other tank back here. This one. So it has SH in it right now because I have my 12-volt kind of plumbed into it, but sometimes this will be changed out with some degreaser if I'm doing heavy equipment or, some restaurants, stuff like that. But it's a 35-gallon horizontal tank. they've worked well. I know people have mixed feelings about them, but this worked all right. I'm pretty sure a couple people asked me about this banner, and I think I got it from 72 Hour Print. Don't quote me on that. And I have no idea how much it was. I do not remember. But it has worked. I've gotten calls off of it. So if you got a trailer, get yourself a banner. It works. All right, over to this side of the trailer. I have my electric hose reels. Man, I love them. Man, I love them. I didn't have this when I first started. I had the manual, which they work, man. Sometimes you're tired when you get done with these jobs, man. It's not as easy as people think. But anyway, yeah, electric hose reels, love them. This is roughly 300 foot of high pressure hose. Some of them have been cut and crimped because they blow, which if you've been doing this for a while, you know. And those are 3 separate high pressure hoses, right? Because again, when I first started, I got a 200 foot, just straight long. It busted, I'm screwed. So you realize you can quick connect those together. Then if one blows, you have an extra. What is it? Oh gosh. 3 is 2, 2 is 1, and 1 is none. Remember that. Flexzilla. Man, I got such mixed feelings about Flexzilla, but it is light. It is light. And this is 125 foot of Flexzilla garden hose. This is for the water to go up into the tank and fill the tank up. This, God, I feel like I'm moving you a bunch. This is manual hose reel. I believe it's a Summit. And yes, a Summit. 1/2 inch ag hose for the soft wash system. Yeah, I used to run 3/4, 5/8. Hell, I don't remember. But 1/2 inch has worked very well for me. This little tank is a surfactant tank. It's just 5 gallons water and some surfactant. Back here, if you can't see it on this camera right now, I will do some video later of just a pump sprayer with some SH in it. Sometime you need little spots and need a little stronger mix. This is the soft wash proportioner. Now, when I first started, I was batch mixing, just filling it 50-50, however I needed. Whenever I was going out to a job, God, dude, if you get a proportioner, you're going to love it. You are going to love it. So this proportioner goes to this 12-volt Everflow pump. This is just a 5.5 gallon a minute. For the love of God, keep extra of those on your truck because they do die pretty frequently. Everflow. So the way this works, let me move you around over here, which most of you probably already know, but I'm going to do it anyway. You have 3 separate valves here, right? So this one is for your SH, right? You turn it, open it, adjust the dial to however much.